Hello everybody, just Mr. 2000 here, and today we will be reviewing issues 4 and 5 of Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth. Yes, it's still going, it hasn't stopped. Well, 4 and 5 I think I'm going to have a lot more to talk about than the first three. And also, this series has really truly got me by the scruff now. That was something that New 52 took a lot longer to do. I mean, it was until I think it was getting on for issue 17 before it grabbed me by the scruff, the New 52 stuff, and that was with the Death of the Family tie-ins. But this time around it's got me really hooked pretty early in, which is normally a good sign. Also, spoiler alert, I think these two issues are bringing to a close basically the whole Black Mask involvement. But anyway, the one thing I forgot to point out in my review of issue 3, is that at the end of issue 3 there's this shot, and yes, this is a common theme in the Red Hood shots and images. I mean, it's done here again in the cover of one of the New 52 issues, but there tends to be a habit of comparing old to new, or comparing what happened before to what's happening now, and that's a big theme with. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I was basically I've totally lost my train of thought now. I do apologise. I'll come back in a minute. But yeah, there's this whole thing with old to new, and basically what happens in volume 4 is Jason and Bizarro end up having this fight. Well, it's not really a fight; it's a bit of a mild fight, and basically they managed to talk the situation down, and then we start to see Bizarro a bit more come out of his shell a bit more and be a bit more of a character, and also we see Black Mask a bit more, and we get an idea what Black Mask's motives are briefly. However, now volume 4, not much to say about that, but volume 5, this is where the big stuff happens. Volume 5, Black Mask takes Jason to his family home, and basically we look at this storage facility, and it kicks off. These two, they end up fighting, and the fight goes all the way back to Jason's bunker, and they end up in a firefight. Jason 2 pistols drawn, and Black Mask with one pistol out of his jacket. And they have a gunfight, and it leaves it on a cliffhanger there. But one thing I do want to say is the fight in volume 5 gets very personal. The two of them are cutting into each other like they're tearing each other's pasts apart. Black Mask is saying stuff like, when I was a kid I used to actually do something about my problems. I didn't just sit and hide underneath the kitchen table. And they'd have these kind of cutting exchanges back and forth while shooting at each other, and that left on a cliffhanger because Jason needed something to cure what happened to Bizarro. And yes, if you cannot tell by the title, this is going to be very spoiler heavy, because basically Black Mask is using the mind control virus that he used on the mayor in issue 1 to control Bizarro, and he's using Bizarro as a weapon, and that's what Artemis is doing the entire time. Artemis is basically keeping Bizarro distracted so Jason can go and get this cure. Jason basically has the plan: go get the cure Bizarro, and then they can somehow arrest Black Mask. But I have a feeling in issue 6 the whole arresting the Black Mask part is going to go spectacularly wrong or fall apart pretty quickly, because Black Mask is toying inside the head, and when you're dealing with Red Hood, toying inside his head is not particularly a very clever move. So we'll see how long Black Mask lasts in issue 6. Couple of days time I think Black Mask, issue 6 will be out, so hopefully soon I'll be able to get my hands on issue 6, and I'll wait until issue 6, 7 or about 8 comes out, and then I'll do another bulk review, do a couple. The reason why I wanted to do this one is because I haven't uploaded in a while, and I thought it's something I've been wanting to do, so I'll do it. I've also got another video coming up soon, once I'm a bit further in, Red Hood and Outlaws, Red Hood comics pre-52 versus New 52 versus Rebirth, and I will give you my rundown and opinions so far, which I think is better. and then at the end of Rebirth, or the end of the Red Hood Rebirth run, I'm going to do another video which kind of looks at it and see if my opinion's changed. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, guys, I don't really do ratings on reviews, but I will definitely say pick up this series. This series is definitely a lot better than the New 52 one. Do not be afraid that it's the same guy writing it. Still no Judd Winnick, but he's pretty good. He's got his head around the character this time around, I think. And to be honest, I expected this one to fail more than the first one, simply because the characters. I didn't think the characters in it would work. But, you know, they've gone back to the roots, as you can tell with the design, and they've got a bit more of what the character's about in this one than the second one. I mean, the New 52. What am I on about? The second one? I mean, New 52. I apologise. I'm comparing New 52 to... But anyway, you can hear more about my thoughts on that later. And I also now have Deathstroke Rebirth issue 0 to 10. So I will be able to sit down and read all those for you, and I will do a massive... I'll split those up, like do issues 0 to 3, 4 to maybe 6 or 7. Then do 8 to 10. So I'll split them up into batches, and then I'll do some reviews for those. I've skimmed with them so far. They look pretty promising, and I've also got the last of the New 52 Red Hood stuff that I'll read through, and I might do a review on that. But I'm coming towards the end of the run now, and the writing is incredibly convoluted. I can see why a lot of people complained about the New 52 run, because after reading Volume 3, I had some hope that it might actually turn it around, but Volume 4 and 5 is just so convoluted. Oh my god. Oh, it makes my head hurt. You can definitely tell the character is still... You can definitely tell the writer is still having growing pains with this new character, but Rebirth, I think the stories are written a lot better in the Rebirth version, but we'll see. We can sit down and discuss that in my other video that I will do soon. And yes, I know I do still have that Watch Dogs video to do, but now I've got my capture card, I can get some proper gameplay of Watch Dogs, and we can sit down and we can do that properly. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video. And thank you for the 300... Is it 300? How many subscribers is it now? Let me check. Thank you for the... I think it is 300. My channel... Yes, thank you for the 308 subscribers. I'm very appreciative. We're going up in the world, my loyal 300. Now, let's see each other in the next video, shall we? Because I need to get this edited. Goodbye.